Next up, we have Sharcy Pazorek, soil conservationist with the NRCS, and she's going to share information about some cost share programs available for property owners through the NRCS for treating invasives.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Sharcy. I'm with USDA Natural Resource Conservation Service in the Cadillac office. So I cover Wexford and Saukey counties. But we have offices all over, and at the end I'll show you how you can hook up with your local person if you're interested in some of the things we have to offer. But basically, for those of you who don't know who we are a federal agency, one of the only federal agencies whose primary objective is to provide technical assistance to private landowners. We don't manage any land. We got started during the Dust Bowl era teaching farmers about soil conservation techniques, and that's basically still what we do to this day. We provide technical assistance dealing with all sorts of issues related to soil, water, air quality, plants, invasives being one of those. And then in addition to technical assistance, we have various programs to help people cover the costs of doing different conservation practices. This is our list of priority invasive species for the northern lower peninsula. There's an A, B, C, and D list. I didn't even put that on there because that's low priority plants that are considered too well established, not worth the time and effort to take care of. But anything on the A and B list is something that we can provide money to help fight in this area. So the yellow is the plants that Carolyn just talked about. I just wanted to highlight that they're all matches up with our goals. Personally, we've used the program to remove some Scotch pine, autumn olive, and Phragmites, and kind of just getting started working on invasives. It's not where we came from, but now that we have the SISMA in place and we're all being educated on these plants too and able to identify them more, I'm hoping that we can use this program to address some of these plants. So the main program that we have that would probably correlate with invasive species control is our EQIP program, the Environmental Quality Incentives Program, and we provide a cost share per acre. So the landowner is contributing part of the cost, they get the work done, and then we reimburse them. Typically, the goal is to cover about 75% of the cost. When you think about labor, equipment, any chemicals or supplies that would be needed, that's where we aim to shoot. So two practices that we have would be herbaceous weed control, or if we're dealing with a woody plant, brush management. And just some examples. This is what our program provides this year. If you're just, using shovels and things like a mower, it's a little cheaper, but if you get into things where you have multiple years with chemicals and mechanical treatments, we pay a little more. So basically how it works is I would say if you're interested in our program at all, to come into one of our offices right away, because there is a bit of a time lag between saying you're interested and finally getting funded. It's a bit of a process. We just had our sign up for the 2016 year was in past December. So if you're, right now, if you came into our office, we'd be looking at like a plan for 2017 to sort of get going on this stuff. But you come into our office, one of our staff members would come out to your property, take a look around, inventory any invasives, any other issues you might have. If you have, wildlife objectives, tree plantings, or other problems on your property, we would take a look at all that and put a plan together to address that. And then once we have your plan in place and we know what we want to do, we can apply for a program and then work through, there's certain eligibility things, income requirements under certain threshold. Question?
Sharcy, for NRCS programs, does someone have to be a farmer or own a certain amount of acreage? Can a city dweller be eligible for these programs?
So that's a good question, Teresa. Your land has to be private land. It has to be capable of producing an agricultural commodity. There used to be a requirement that you had to make at least $1,000 worth of ag products and you'd be considered an agricultural producer. But I think that was taken out with the last Farm Bill. You have to have some kind of interest in agriculture, whether that's just crops or forestry. Is that answered? Okay. So you have to own the land. Went over the payment costs. And then as part of the plan, we're going to put together how much we anticipate your costs would be out of pocket versus how much our program will pay, so you'll know up front approximately what you're getting into. And then it's really important, that you're serious about taking control of the issue. Once you get into a contract with us, it's really, you should get the work done. So then, once you complete the practice, we come out and make sure that it's done, and then we reimburse you. So, does anyone have questions about that? That's basically all I have. So, the website at the bottom is a good place to find which office, or just talk to myself or Jim, or a lot of people in here probably can help you figure out where you need to go. But